So here's the top side from where my hand is at. Let's find center again. So there's the center line. So we'll come just above that. And we're going to cut a notch out for where that arrow is going to hold. Here's that where we're going to knock the arrow. Now I'm going to roughly trace out where my hand's going to hold it. See how this would go. Alright, time to go to the bandsaw and cut out our notch for the handle. This is that little sketch that I've done, so we're going to notch out here where the arrow is going to go and up. And then all this will get done with a rasp or I got some carving tools. More bandsaw! So there's about halfway on the back, but we're definitely not halfway on the front. We would want to come over quite a bit more. Here, I'll draw on what we should be seeing. What we should be seeing is something more like this. So that's better. We're still not all the way to halfway. We could make it a little bit deeper. And the bandsaw seems to be working decently well. I'm tempted to keep going with it. You can always take more wood off. You cannot put it back on, Eric. Do you want to use the bandsaw or use your planer? We'll use the carving tools. We will fix it with the carving tools. Okay, folks. We got some more shaping to do. So I'm thinking one of the problems with when I was cutting it on the bandsaw is that this is rounded. And so I'm holding it flat, the wood's actually tilted ever so slightly. And so I'm cutting more up here than I am down here. Well, what that means now is it's uneven back to front. And so since I'm having trouble telling where, I'll make some lines here. And now where we're removing wood is high. So now the benefit as to why I made this handle so thick, one, I got big hands, but two, I can now go into the, almost halfway across this bow, and since it's 3 times as thick, I can almost go down to 1/3 the thickness here, and it should be as strong as these limbs. And so the center of this, the integrity of it isn't violated at all. Because it's so thick, even though I'm cutting into it or putting forces across it, less so here in the handle than out here at the limbs because of increased thickness. And that allows me to kind of do some fun curves up here too and make nice handhold and grip that fits my big old hands. It's one of my favorite parts. Probably my favorite part. Making cool handles. And for the next tool, we will be using a carving bit attached to a Dremel tool. Sorry if this audio is going to be annoying. This thing moves real fast and it's real loud. Through over 6 battery changes while making this piece and videotaping it. So tons of this I'm sure is going to be on time lapse, but just heads up when you see some transitions that are a little bit like wide and they cut there. 6 battery changes, man. Okay, time for final sanding. I think it might be time for another one. Yeah, a little bit of a difference, huh? So we're about to take the first test shot with the bow. already tell I need to do a little bit of work to the handle. The arrow's not sitting perfect. Let's go back a little further draw. So the back of this needs to be taken in a little. The arrows want to dip forward to the right. So we got a bow strung up that shoots, which is cool, but it's not shooting perfect. One of the problems we got is when we knock the arrow, we got a gap from front to back, which means it's going to want to fly crooked. So we got to take some wood off the back. Small issue, not too big of a deal. Also, it seems like for this brace height, we're not getting near as much draw as I would have hoped. Like little tiny pull back, not the full stretch motion. So I want to check the tiller with the string on it. Not bad, huh? Not bad, huh? Yeah, boy! See those two arrows?
Oh dang, right in the center.
You hear that, guys? Right in the center, Bazinga! Alright, we're gonna try this from a little bit further back. Let's see how it goes. Oh. Too shabby. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Woo! Let's go. So we have test fired the bow and we're looking pretty good. Time to do finish sanding and oil this to make all this grain pop out nice and pretty like. So up to this point I had been using 80 grit sandpaper on the orbital sander. Now we'll kick it up to 100 grit and then we'll finish it off with like a 200. For the 100 grit I'll still use the orbital, and then for the 200 grit we'll switch to doing it by hand. I'm not sure how good we can see that with the lighting that we got there, but it seems like it's focusing on my face instead of on the bow. Yeah. Okay, and the final step now is going to be to oil it. For that, we are going to use some of this Formby's tongue oil finish. I've used it on my other bows and gun stocks, and it's worked pretty darn good. So for this, we are using just a gun cleaning patch and obviously some gloves. And this is a pretty fun part because this is where you get to see the grain come alive. All right, since making this bow, I learned that I can do it to a full draw all the way 30 inches. Check it out. Sweet. Bamboo backed birch longbow, full draw, 30 inches. Sweet. Man, if that deer's 10 feet away, game over, baby.